Hello everybody, Cedric and Cedric here, CRWC, and we'll be reviewing All Elite Wrestling Rampage that happened Friday. Yes, we are a couple of days behind, but we are trying to get caught up. And so let's get this started. We open the show here with a trios match. Look, this is the Hardys, Keith Lee versus the Butcher and the Blade and Kip Sabian. Because I know that's how it would be pronounced if it was Justin Roberts. And I like picking on him a little bit, not too much. I do like the nickname of the Dapper Yapper, though. I do like that.
He's dapper about 50% of the time. I just can't stand his narrow lapels.
We skipped this match because we can't even see the point of it. I mean, they eliminated the Hardys, okay. But that should be...
Par for the course. I mean, that's what you do in that kind of match.
What are you going to do? Not eliminate them? Like, look, I don't want any beef with you, so I'll just leave you alone. I mean, you know, look, the Hardys, they should be in some kind of long-term program with somebody. Some storyline, doing something with somebody, and little bits to build up. Keith Lee, he's been pushed. I mean, you in such obscurity that you're teaming with people that you'd never be around otherwise. It's like, just throw somebody together. That's not cool. I get it. It's a job. He's making money. He's doing this. Yeah. But on the outside looking in, as a spectator, it's like, it seems just disrespectful. We're not going to use you for anything other than filler. That's just not cool. You know, the extra in a movie is the one I don't think that you're getting paid $100,000. And that's what Keith Lee is. He's an extra in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Butcher and the Blade and Kip Sabian. What you gonna say?
I was like, he lost his beef with Swerve.
Yeah,
I hope they don't reincite that.
It never concluded. You know, double stomp brick on you, and then we got words, and we need to talk, and then we don't, and then we're mad at each other. We're gonna not say anything for months, and then we're gonna see each other, and we're gonna get mad at each other, and then we're just gonna leave without anything being done, and then tag up with the Hardys. That's the storyline.
That's okay. The reason why I say Swerve won is kind of
well, yeah. If you don't get back at the bad guy, then the bad guy obviously bossed you down.
Yeah, and Swerve has moved on. Ain't like he's in title contention, but
at
least he's doing things.
Yeah, he's doing something. But Keith Lee is just there.
I'll wrestle when they tell me to.
Yep. So the match ended with Jeff doing a diving senton atomico, landing legit flush on Kip Sabian, clearly hurting both of them. You could see it. Sabian wasn't selling his back like, oh, my back, and it was a move. No, he was like, oh, get me some domes.
Mm-hmm.
He was not good after that, and Jeff was trying to play it off, but then, he failed because pain wins.
His back was greatly paining him.
Yep. It's like, I get it. You're supposed to do the senton. You land on your upper back with pretty much your lower back landing on the mat. Your feet need to hit the mat flat. That takes a lot of the pressure off your coccyx, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't break that and injure your lower spine. Okay. That's the point of that. If you can't do that anymore, don't do the senton. Just because the fans expect you to do it, you don't got to do it. Change up. You didn't take your brother's finisher back in the day just to keep doing the other ones that's going to hurt you.
In order to do moves like that, you have to be able to, quote unquote, properly place your opponent and be able to have depth perception so you know where you're leaping to and don't kill yourself.
Yes.
Jeff Hardy is over 40. His depth perception, I'm sure, leaves a lot to be desired. He has him too close, and he lands like that. He know he can hit him, but he lands like that. I swear it's because he can't see.
It seems like when he hit, he's surprised when he hits. It's like his body language just says, I didn't know. It's like, man, you look back at that stuff, you got to be able to say, I'm messing up and I'm going to get us both hurt. I just need to either not do that or wear contacts in the ring or something.
And I think it's kind of hard to wear contacts in the ring if you never know if you're going to get eye raked and crap.
Well, eye rakes aren't really breaks to the eyes.
But it don't take much to shift some darn contacts out the eye.
No, it don't. It's a gamble.
And haven't we seen when he's like in his non-wrestling gear when he's got glasses on?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's weird, but I think, I think guys look cute when they're wearing glasses when you normally don't see them wearing glasses. Like, girls are sexy when they're wearing the big glasses. I don't know. It's a thing for me. I don't know. I see glasses as intelligence. That's what I see. I know that's not what it is, but that's what I grew up. Someone wearing glasses, they got some brains, Brains be sexy. At night when you sleep, can't protect yourself. What? Munch, bite. What?
I don't know what it got to do with sexy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking about the future and the zombie apocalypse. That's happening, everybody.
It's a lot to do.
Don't act like it ain't. I'll be seeing you. I will.
You gonna be the lead zombie? What the hell?
Yes! I can't be any other. I got to be the lead zombie. I don't want nobody coming after me. The lead zombie is the last one that gets killed in any movie, but I'll be the zombie. That's like the smart one. So I'll be taking out the people that least expected, those ones that will be the heroes at the end. I'll take them out when they least expected in the very beginning. So then everyone else is just people running around hurting other people.
Good, because most time the lead zombies go back to where they're from and try and eat their family.
No, that's family. Here. No, I would have the zombies protecting y'all.
They better not come inside.
What? I'm coming inside. It's cold outside in the winter.
Zombies don't care about the cold.
Yes, they do. That's why they freeze.
No. They freeze because they're outside, but ain't like they're like, oh no, I'm freezing. No. They don't care about the cold.
I will notice.
Uh-huh.
You know how I feel about the outside. As much as I love it, the outside don't love me. I'll be inside. I'm not going to eat your brains.
You're going to keep your zombie. That's what they all say.
But I won't. I promise.
Mm-hmm.
I'm serious. We got neighbors for that.
Uh-huh.
What? You sacrifice them. So look, the next thing we see on this show is it's a good video package. Matt Taven's talking about how Cole keeps forgetting his friends. Talk about how they worked together, did so much together, wedding pictures and stuff like that.
I'm gonna tell you. It was the best thing on Rampage.
It was
the best thing on Rampage because it was news to us when Kingdom was on Ring of Honor. Before Matt Bennett came back, we couldn't remember who they were. And you can go back to old recordings. I mean, for real, it took about 2, maybe 3 years for us to be like, oh yeah, the Kingdom. What are their individual names again?
They had a great music. They had great lighting. They had great gear.
And then when they had Vincent, and it was Taven, and the other guy who would do the RKO. I can't remember his name. I remember the speech he gave before he left Ring of Honor. It was real sad because he was badly concussed. I can't remember his name. Only reason why I remember Vincent is because he had Michael Myers on his knee, and then he started beefing with Taven. And then I remember Taven because every 5 minutes Taven says, "I'm Matt Taven." So I'm well programmed.
It took a while for me to remember him, even though he would say that often.
So they were showing footage of them with Adam Cole. And we had to go back into the mental archives of our brain and be like, oh yeah. And it was great footage, man, because they all look like babies. They were all in their 20s. Right when their brains hadn't fully connected yet. Because all of them got man face now. Matt Taven do what he do. Matt Bennett's got a wife and kids. He got man face.
Yep.
And then Adam Cole with the WWE, he got crow's feet. He ain't got man's face. He's got crow's feet.
Adam Cole was all right. He goes to WWE, gets on the sauce, comes back off the sauce, and it's a change. You look at NXT, then you look at him now, complete change. It ain't even been that long. And it's a complete change. That's what, doing that stuff will do to you. But, if you're going to be in WWE, you got to come up. You got to come up. And he admitted it, live TV, what he had to do to be there. And then Vince came back and was like, I don't want no small people on my show. And he got rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what were you going to say?
But yeah, it showed them having Adam Cole's back. Adam Cole claiming to be the king of the kingdom, having I guess it was the ROH title.
Yeah.
You know, showed the pictures at Bennett and Maria's wedding, and she looked so happy in her dress. She looked so happy. You know, all of them in the kingdom taking a wedding photo. It was beautiful. But I tell you what, you haven't heard anything about anybody he associated with back in Ring of Honor out of Adam Cole. Because, I mean, as soon as he got here, it was Elite. Oh, the Elite. Oh, yeah. They all worked together, and then there was the whole beef between the Elite. And, you notice that Adam Cole likes for beings to fight over him?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
And now he done it to Roderick Strong. He done threw him over for...
And Roderick lost his mind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I get it, though. I do get it. So I'm actually curious to what Roderick Strong is going to do about all this, because he, right now, is looking very Baba Ganoush. Yeah,
he's like, I can't have him throw me over because I look like everybody else in the world, so there's nothing special about me. What am I going to do? Eventually the neck brace is going to come off.
Yeah, which it should be off anyway after what he's been doing. It's like, if your neck was hurt, you wouldn't be doing it.
You would not.
Wouldn't be doing it. So best package, best portion of the whole show, and we're going to move on. The Hardys confront the Young Bucks in the hallway, and who calls them the second best tag team in AEW. Then they make a match for next week on Wednesday.
No, they said the second best brother tag team in the world.
Oh, second best. Okay.
That's what they said. And I just shook my head and thought, you can only say that because Jay is gone.
Yeah, and that's
the only reason why you can say that is because Jay Briscoe is no longer with us.
I'll be honest with you. If I was Mark, I might have felt a way about that.
Mm-hmm. I would have felt all the ways about that, but Mark's injured.
I mean, I'm talking to shoot.
Yeah. And you know they ain't thinking about him.
Yeah, they don't think. But you know,
so the number one, because the number one tag team in the world, especially brother tag team, was the Briscoes, followed by Guerrillas of Destiny. The rest of y'all just flying through the air.
And see, if Guerrillas of Destiny don't even need to go to AEW because they won't get used right anyway.
Nope.
They are amazing, but they wouldn't get used right.
Tony Khan would have to pay Tama Tonga a whole lot of money to get used like crap and not say nothing about it.
Yeah, because Tama gonna talk.
Tama's gonna talk.
Tama will. Now, Tonga Loa, I'm gonna say this, as he's very New Japan-y, very indie style. He's the only one that could make the match as a professional wrestling match look a little bad, because he will do the whole no selling thing and whatnot.
I think he does that because he's big.
Yeah, well, bigger than the one. Well, he's gonna be bigger than anyone in AEW.
Yes,
almost.
He is. And Japan.
You know, but after the whole thing, Jeff gets close to the camera and says, "Video's over, Brandon." He's like, "Oh, okay." Stops it. I'm like, "Okay, cool." I'm like, "At least you had, I know you're rolling up on him, but it's almost like you had to stand Hansen and get close to see him." So I don't know.
Perhaps.
So then we get the next match, the women's match, Anna JAS versus Sky Blue. We were watching it, and it was just hard to be interested. We didn't see any hiccups. We didn't see anything silly or dumb or anything, but the match just went too long and as Cedric was saying, it's going too long for no reason. It's not for a title. It's not for a number one contention. It's not the end of a feud. It's just going on and on and on. You could get more matches, instead of, you could have fit 3 good matches inside of as long as this one was. But at the end, Skye gets a great advantage, and Angelo Parker gets up on the apron only to get knocked down. The distraction allows Anna Jay to leap onto Sky Blue with the sleeper choke and win via tap out. I was thinking this during the match. Okay, just hear me out. I was thinking this during the match. How would you have responded? I want to hear from the people there on YouTube, and for those that might be up here on Spreaker, what would you have done if Jungle Boy came down to that ring, shades on, with his belt over his shoulder? The match is over. He gets up on that apron. He looks at Anna Jay, motions for her to go to him. She goes to him, and he points up that ramp, and she goes quietly. And he looks at Angelo and Menard, and then turns around and just follow her up there. How would you have responded to that?
Like, what the hell's wrong with you? You bigger than him.
That's where you went. Okay. I was thinking it would look cool. It would make him look better.
Make her look like crap.
No, it wouldn't.
Yes, it would. Look, she was already in the locker room reading what's his name? Jericho. Reading Jericho, the Riot Act, about being this indecisive, oh, Don loves me. Oh, y'all love me. She already got up in his grill about that.
Yeah.
Showing that she got some kind of gumption more so than just running around screaming and strangling people, which she stopped doing.
Yes.
And then they have Jungle Boy, who is 2 foot nothing and 1.5 pounds. He weighed less than his belt. Come up and give her orders like she's less than a child.
Come
on. Nizzo, nada.
He's got to look good, right?
He need to learn how to kick ass.
Look, I think it would look good. And then people wonder what was going on, right? That'd be the thing, right? And then, I wouldn't say Collision, no. But let's say Dynamite next week, right? That's where you'll see him and her side by side. Now, that's going to make him look really minuscule, okay? However, you still got Anna Jay, who will cut a promo saying that she's appreciated the wrong guy for too long. And my man had to remind me of that. And not only do all of you have to be worried about what he's going to do to you, but now I'm coming for the women's belt because we are going to be champions together. And he says nothing, and she walks off, and he follows her. What would you think about that?
Yeah.
See, no, you a hater. You are a hater.
I know.
See, when he makes her look bad, you got something to say. But then when she looks good, you got nothing to say. Come on.
She would have to really deliver that promo. I would have to very much believe it. Because up to this point now.
Oh, come on. You a hater.
I guess I am. I'm a hater.
You're a hater. I guess that's just wrong. See, you're playing favorites.
Favorites.
All right.
Who's the favorite? Who am I playing favorites to?
You just don't like Jungle Boy. I get it. Well, Jack Perry. I get it. I'm not necessarily a fan because he hasn't really shown me anything. But at the same time,
I don't dislike him enough to bag on him every time I see him. Nah, you know how I feel. That's all I got to say about it.
All right. Okay. Next we go to Chris Statlander doing squats with Renee Paquette on her back, and she cuts a promo. And here's the thing about Statlander. The promo was all right. It was all right.
I'm trying with Statlander.
But I'm going to tell you what, I love how serious that she can look. When you see her face, she's got this physical stature. She looks serious.
She needs to build on that instead of whatever she's building on.
Yeah. She needs to, when she did cut promos, when she was talking like, oh, you're going to know I was there. It's like, okay, we were there with her. But now that she's champion, it's weird. It's like she won the belt and all of her mystique just wore off. Like she's like, okay, I'm a champion. I can't be her anymore. I got to be this. It's like it was just a night and day switch with her, and that's what's killing it for us. Next we got Paul White looking slim, trim, fit, and all that. He's with Tony Schiavone talking about the parking lot brawl, and they inform us that Pac is injured again.
Yep.
I'm like, he just got back. You know, I'm going to just say the injury is legit. They just said that he's medically unfit to wrestle. Okay.
It's not Death Triangle. It's Death Line.
That's about where it is.
Phoenix and Pentagon are Death Line.
So, and this is the part that was kind of disturbing to me. The fans in the back looked more like NPCs as they kept cheering with the same motions almost, and then it's going for a long time, but there's no one there to cheer for. They're just back
cheering
there
for them talking.
If you people that play these WWE games, the 2K games and stuff, I've seen this since the inception of SmackDown and Raw, and then SmackDown versus Raw that led up to where we are today. Okay, it's the fans like that. It's almost like they was prepping it for a video game. They're trying to prep it or something. It just, the lighting was great.
The setup where the cars were parked.
It looked great.
Parking lots don't look like that.
No, people don't.
People don't park in the circle in the middle of the parking lot and then go up to the office building to work. No, you park in spaces.
They're thinking about the 80s movies where people put their cars and put the lights on so they could fight in the middle of the ground. And
you know, if you wanted to make it look realistic, it would have been like in a parking lot. You know, like back in the day, they would have done that. Mm-hmm. When, who was it, Jerry Lawler got hit by the car and rolled over the hood? Uh-huh. They were in a parking lot. It made sense. Not a bunch of cars in a circle. So, yeah, this has got to be either in the game or will be in the game.
Yep. So, then we get tag match. Swerve and AR Fox come out, and Fox wearing this alleged bloody shirt, and he just looked dirty. He need to be boiled in oil and scrubbed down with soap for at least 8 days.
I'm like, don't turn heel and then just look nasty.
Raven never looked that bad.
Supposedly, no, that ain't true. What? It's because his face didn't look bad. It's just that shirt. Raven, he looked oily from top to bottom. Anyway, AR Fox.
Stop hating on Raven.
Supposedly. No, Raven, because of Kurt Bromo, he used to be a great wrestler. He just always looked dirty.
Okay, I'll give you that.
I mean, he did.
I'll give you
like,
that.
Damn, man, you look like you're slick to the touch and should have the little fume
okay, you make
lines.
me uncomfortable. That level of greasy, dirty is gross.
Fume lines coming off of you. So supposedly he took the bloody tank top off Nick Wayne after they blooded him, and he saved it, and then put it on his body.
Yeah. Stupid. That was just stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And look, what Nick Wayne, I'm gonna tell you this. He can come out and fight him. He just shouldn't throw a punch.
Yeah.
There's a certain level of skinny that you get where you look terrible throwing a punch.
You had to launch your whole self at him or come out with a weapon.
He's skinny with very long arms. It looks bad. Even if he did it right, it would look bad.
Just come out with a weapon.
But if he threw a forearm, now he would look really good if he had one of those reeled back forearms. That would look good. Nick Wayne would look good doing that. But, you know, don't take advice from me. You know, I just love professional wrestling. But Swerve and AR Fox, they mentioned how they were together before as a tag team, and you can see it.
Yeah, they worked very well.
They were smooth as butter, man, as smooth as eroded land. It was awesome. You know,
smooth eroded land.
As eroded land.
Oh, okay.
Rodent land is not smooth. Rodent land is where you go when you give up on life.
I was like, what is smooth as rodent land?
Rodent land. I'm speaking the Queen's English, damn it. What's the matter with you?
Okay, eroded land. I'm with you.
See, here you go. But it was a one-sided match.
Yes.
And I mean, they did a lot. They showed you every single double team combination move that they're going to be doing. So that was a presentation. It ended in a Scorpio splash from the top by Fox. 1, 2, 3. Swerve stands there looking like a boss.
The whole time while AR is getting 3 count.
Looking like a straight up boss.
And Swerve needs to work that. It's just that when he come out
with the
headgear and that coat, he don't look like a boss. He
kind of look like a dang fool. But at the same time, I mean, Swerve carries himself well. I can't deny that. He carries himself well. And you can tell that he is fighting tooth and nail not to fall into obscurity. Mm-hmm. He is battling Tony Khan's horrible booking the best that he can.
Mm-hmm. Trying his best to stay on TV.
Yes, trying his best to look important and not like some goof nut. Because I was thinking this match is going to go a long time and this team's going to have a nice comeback and they're going to... No, this was exactly as it needed to be. Exactly.
Even when the match started, Swerve got in and told both of them to get in the ring. And both of the other opponents got in the ring. But they weren't watching the dude in the back climbing the turnbuckle to do a missile drop kick to both of them. I'm like, man, talk about not being aware of your surroundings during a match.
Yeah, that part was, but after that, it was good. I'm not a fan of certain things like that, but I get it. I get it. It would have been better if Swerve got in the ring, ducked the clothesline, and then jaw jacked them with their backs to AR Fox. And then Swerve points like, you might want to look behind you, and then catches the drop kicks. That might have been a little bit better.
Yeah, that would have been better orchestrated. It made more sense.
But I'm looking forward to this because AEW needs actual tag teams. Mm-hmm. And I hope that this isn't for the moment. I hope this is for a long time. So next they got Prince, because Prince Nana's out there, but then as soon they come back, I guess from break, Nana's in the back. It's like a pre-tape with Big Bill and Brian Cage. Cage is cutting a good promo.
Yeah.
He's cutting a good promo. He's going over everything. He calls himself the Vanilla Gorilla. I got that popped both of us. Mm-hmm. Loved it. Brian Cage, he looks awesome. And he's been wrestling so much better.
Yeah.
And I hope he keeps it up. They will be battling Saturday, which for us was yesterday. They'll be fighting FTR. We'll be watching that as soon as we're done with this review. But Brian Cage hasn't been wrestling like an indie goof nut in his past matches, and I've been enjoying that.
He might pull out one or two things occasionally, but it makes sense, and it's got that wow factor because he's so big.
Yes, he's not doing it every match, so it looks stupid. He does it, like as you said, every once in a while. So it is that wow factor. It is that, he just did that. That's what you want. That's your advertisement. Those moves that you shouldn't be able to do because you're so big, but you pull that mess off, that's what you do. Like, example, just hear me out. Big Bill. Slam someone in the middle of the ring, go to the top rope and do a swanton and finish the match that way. You lose your mind.
Yeah.
Like, that's a big dude. He shouldn't be doing that. But yet, when he does it in a big match, you're like, what? You pop. Yeah, people would down it. But then later, they'd be like a year or so later, they'd be like, you know what? They won with it. It made sense. Okay. And that's how they would be.
It'd be like The Undertaker flying over the top rope.
Yep.
Oh, man.
That tope suicida. He hit the ropes and shift the ring back about 2 to 5 inches.
You got and tope suicida by The Undertaker. That's on your record. That's on your record. He decided to fly at you and you had to take it.
But see, that's a positive record.
Yes, it is. It is a positive record.
Maybe. Yeah, you expended your life, you retired, and whatever's beyond the darkness, wherever we go, if there is a place to go, and someone said, it's on your record that you got tope suicida by The Undertaker. And
like, hell yeah.
Yes, I did, dog. And it's like, you can pass.
And see, I'm going to make a brief comment. When it comes to wrestling right now, it's all about moments. And they think that the stuff where you're flipping and you drop down from the rafters and you flip 1,000 times and land on your head on the abdomen is the moment. No, that's just stupid. You can't dictate what's going to stick in someone's mind. So when you have everybody on your show all doing the same thing, none of it's going to stick. It's going to be a smear. like a terrible tattoo down a wrestler's arm. You can't dictate what a moment is going to be. You know, I don't remember every wrestling match move for move, but I remember Undertaker tope suicida over the rope. I don't remember when it was. I don't remember who it was. I remember he did it.
It was SmackDown, though. And it was on a crowd of people. But back then, even though you saw them gathering, it didn't look foolish.
Mm-hmm.
It looked all right.
And the Undertaker was so formidable, and he got your attention. You were watching him. Hey, why is he running the ropes that way? Hey, why is he coming out the ropes? Oh, shoot!
Yep.
You too big to be doing that.
Big Bill, Senton Atomico.
Yeah, it would work.
It would work.
It would work.
It would work. And only do it on special occasions. That's it. Just that. I ain't saying he should do it, everyone. I'm not saying he should. I'm just giving an example of what could be wild if you're a big guy doing what a big guy normally shouldn't do. That's all that is. Okay, so now we get to the parking lot fight. Goon and Claudio versus Chuck and Trent. We skipped this.
So we watched the last
30
2 minutes.
minutes of this?
We watched the last 2 minutes.
And in the last 2 minutes, Trent is just covered in blood down his back and stuff, and they're just breaking car windows and stuff. I'm like, what in the?
Everybody was bloody except Claudio.
Claudio looked like he had just got there. He might have sprayed him down.
He might have had maybe a faint translucent smear of someone's blood on his chest, but other than that, he was not bleeding. He was not covered in blood.
It's like, I'm not doing this.
Exactly.
You know? So the match ends with Goon using the curb stomp on the back of Trent's head into the car windshield, and then Claudio pinned him. I wrote Claudio wasn't bleeding, but everyone else was.
Mm-hmm.
Trent was doused in blood spatter. So,
and Chuck was somewhere, I guess. I
don't
know.
But yeah, we weren't going to watch all of that. I think it takes special people to watch that match and stay entertained. I'm not saying special in a negative way. I'm just no, not in a negative way.
If that's what you enjoy, that's what you enjoy.
Yeah. You know, if I was into watching Carnage and whatnot, I'll probably watch it in slow motion. But it's just not for me.
They need to expel Goon from the BCC.
Oh, no, he's doing his best to try to get fired, but they're not going to let him go. And they're going to keep having matches that help blood and stuff like that. And
trying to get fired? Why is he trying to get fired?
He wants to do GCW type stuff. You know, he wants to work with Nick Gage and people like that. He does not want... That's why he keeps doing these matches. But these are matches that was done in WWE ad nauseum that he's being in, or WCW, that can get the excuse to bleed or cut somebody else up or bring out some crazy object to get beat on or something like that. That's what he's doing. It's his fetish. That's his love, you know, and that's just him. And there are people like, there's an audience for that. There's a decent audience. There's about, I'm going to say, for anyone that knows about professional wrestling in the United States, I'm going to say there's an easy audience of 490,000 people that will just love to see that all the time. Okay. And so the market is there, and they're teasing what they truly want. They're teasing what Goon truly wants, but they can't give it because that would just look crazy. They're not going to do.
And they probably lose their TV spots.
Oh, yes. They're not going to do light tubes broken across the head and face and stuff. They're not going to do, legit glass that they're going to cut somebody's skin open with, or explosive barbed wire matches and things like. They're not going to do that. You know, they can't. They can't do barbed wire bats where they just beat them in the face or the back and rake the barbed wire and all that other stuff across their forehead and making them gush, buckets of blood. They can't do that. So this is what you get. It's a watered down version of what they truly want. But this is the maximum that they can go. So they're still holding those hardcore people like that. But we know what they want, So they're holding, but I don't think in terms of ratings that can be sustainable, because once you see it enough, you're not going to care. And it's hard to be innovative with stuff like this without going too far. It's just it's virtually unrealistic to elevate gore from this or their blood and guts match.
Because at that point, it's just might as well take out a gun and shoot them.
Or just, take a sword and cut their insides out, just.
Make it so bad is they still wouldn't go for the pin.
They pick them up.
Mm-hmm.
Sword stab, gut it, seppuku, pick them up. It'd be Fire Pro.
Yeah, really. I don't think I'm ever watching wrestling again.
That's exactly what people be doing. But then you got those 490,000 that was like, that was awesome. I hope to see him again.
You hope to see him again?
I promise you.
They just gutted the man. It's over. It's over.
Bring him back. I promise you. Okay, so that's going to do it. This has been Cedric and Cedric for CR Wrestling Commentary, AEW Rampage. And y'all be good, be chill, be safe. And we will see you next time.